just going to push off and it kicks in and you just start pedaling. You don't even need to pedal. Of this HITWAY electric bike, and it's a fully electric bike. You don't even need to pedal on it. It's not just an assisting electric bike. I find it fantastic because of that. At the end of the video, I'll show you how it came packaged and how we put it together. You'll see through the video some of the features and benefits of it, and also you'll see it on the road as well, with the cruise control, with it assisting, with it going up hills. Yeah, right, let's get on. Right, so we've got it all built up now, and the next thing to do is get it on charge. So I'm going to take it down to the garage. We've got this waterproof cover there for the charging point. We'll take that off, pop the jack plug into there, get it plugged in and get it fully charged. Right, so in my incredibly tidy garage now, we're going to get the transformer undone, get it plugged in and see what happens. So there's the transformer. We've got the UK 3-pin plug and cable. It also comes supplied with the European plug as well, but obviously we're in England, so this is the one that we're going to be using. You've got that length, and then on the transformer, again remove that. Two-pin plug on the back of that, pop that in. Okay, so we've plugged it into the mains, and you can see now that there's a green light on the transformer. Again, going to take the waterproof plug off there, which prevents any water ingress. Get the jack plug and just pop it in. And now what you can see is the light on the transformer has changed to red, which basically shows that it's charging. When this is completely charged, that's going to turn to green. Okay, let's set off. Brakes are good, and we're away. And if we change the speed to up to 15 miles per hour almost, going uphill, as you can see there. And the cruise control's on. So as you can see, I'm not pedaling and the cruise control's on. Really steep hill, and I'm just going up it easily. Look at that. 11 miles per hour. And here, I'll just let it take over manually. Doing it of its own accord to nearly 7 miles an hour, and start pedaling again. Let it do it itself. So this is just to show how easy it is to set off. So I'm in power level 1. In fact, I'll just put that up to power level 2, which is basically the acceleration. And now, just push off. I'm not going to use the accelerator, and that's it. Easy, look at that. And I'm further down the hill, but we'll do it again because I just want to show you, you can start off by pedalling, but then just switch straight over to the accelerator and do nothing. So push off, it kicks in, and then onto the accelerator, and that's it, we're away. Right, we'll quickly run through the trip computer. So to turn it on, just press and hold the center button and it comes on. To do things like turning the light on, which is down there, you just press that, keep your finger on it, and the light comes on, and that's the indicator for the light as well. And if we just have a look, you can see it down there, it came on. Turn it off, and there you go, it's off. One of the things that I really like about it, it's like a car dashboard. When you turn the lights on at night, the screen dims, and this does exactly the same. So again, on, you see it dim, turn it off, and there you go. The other thing that you do, if you press the plus and the minus together, you go into the settings. Now it all comes pre-calibrated and pre-set up, but one of the things is you have kilometers per hour instead of miles per hour. So if you press those two, that's into the settings, and you go through them, and when you get to 3, for example, R3, that down there means that it's miles per hour. If you press the information one in the center, it goes down to that, and then you can plus or minus it, and it scrolls through. If it's on 0, it's kilometers per hour. If it's on 1, it's on miles per hour. Center button again, and then just scroll onto something else, and then press the 2 buttons, back out, miles per hour. We've got the power setting here, so that's no power whatsoever. Obviously, if you take it up to that, you can put your finger on the accelerator, which is, oops, there's it. Just bring it in. So that's the accelerator there. You can pull your finger on the accelerator and it will accelerate through. However, if you have it on settings 2 and upwards, when you start to pedal, it helps the pedaling, so it kicks in, and there's pedal assist on there, and it'll take it right up. If you do use the accelerator, when you get to a speed, it'll go into cruise control. You saw it on the other bit of the video, but you get a cruise control reading there, and then you can just take your finger off the accelerator and it'll carry on going. And to stop it, either tap the accelerator or just touch the brake and the cruise will come off. Okay, now we'll go through how to fold the bike up, and then I'll show you how to put it back again. Nice and easy. First things first, get the pedals, just push them in like so, and then they flip on the side like that. Same with this one, just pop it in and onto its side. Next part, we'll get the handlebars down, and if you just pull the safety back like so, and then pull that, the handlebars go down. What I suggest is get the pedals so that they are flat, like so. I'm just going to spin it round now so you can see this side. So this is the next one that you do. Again, there's a safety, so lift the safety up, pull that back, and it just opens up like so. And from the back, you just make sure the handlebars are in, and then just pull it round, and there we go. One folded bike for the use of. Carry it around with you, take it onto the train if you want, not a problem. Then to put it back together again, you just reverse that. So again, close it up like so, close that, put the safety on. Same with the handlebars, lift those up, close it. There's the safety, put the safety round and into the hole, and then the pedals, just flick them back, and you're all ready to go again. And what we'll do is we'll just have a closer look at the battery compartment. So again, unlock, pull that back, spin this so we can see it better. Right, so this is obviously the battery compartment here. you can take out these 2 screws, and there are 2 screws underneath there, you can see. If you unscrew those and you unscrew those, you can actually remove the battery compartment or the battery that's in the battery compartment and replace it if you have to. You see hydraulic shocks on the front, which make the ride very comfortable. You've got your mudguard, but also pneumatic tyres as well. They make it a very comfy ride. Plenty of adjustment for the seat height as well. Obviously, just pull that back and the seat lowers or increases in height. And the same for the handlebars. You just undo that, and again, handlebars go up or down depending on where you want them. Okay, so the in summary bit, what do I like about it? It's absolutely fantastic. I've got electric scooters, and they're fun for short distances. But this, you could literally use it to commute to work and never have to pedal. You've seen it going up hills, and as long as it's not a really steep hill, it'll get up there without you having to pedal. If you want to use it to keep fit, well, it'll assist that. It'll kick in and it'll help you where required. You've got full control over that, which is really good, just from this little trip computer there. The light, you haven't really seen it at its best, but in the garage where it was darker, it's a real good illumination. And the same with the light on the back, all for safety. The folding aspect of it, or if you're getting on a train, or even if you're getting on a bus to get to your end destination, then you're going to use this there. The folding aspect of it just means that everything's compact. You can lift it on, no problem. You're not going to be annoying other people that are on the train. I like the disc brakes. They're very effective. It's not going anywhere when the disc brakes are working. I just need to pump up the front tyre, actually. Obviously, this on the back, you can put a bag on there and strap it on with some bungee rope. It's the first electric bike that I've owned that I've thought, it's not just, the electric isn't just there to assist you. It truly does have a motor that's powerful enough just to take you anywhere you want to go without having to physically exert yourself at all. It's actually quite similar to the scooters with the cruise control. So when you've got your accelerator on for a few seconds, you can see the cruise control symbol come onto the screen. You can leave go of the cruise control and it'll just keep it at that speed, especially if you're on the flat. Even when you're going uphill, the speed may decrease slightly, but it'll still mean that you're not pedaling, it's just taking you somewhere. And then to release that, either just tap the accelerator or touch one of the brakes and the cruise control comes off, which is great. I've shown that you can replace the battery in here if anything happens to it, which is good. If there's a downside to this bike, it's actually it's brought on by how successful it is in the job that it does. Because the motor is very powerful, if you're leaning back and you're starting off, it can actually pull a bit of a wheelie. So when you're setting off, you've got to be leaning forward and not having it in the fast acceleration. That's my recommendation anyway. Just have it on number 2 or on number 1. Get it going and then use the accelerator. It's a really great bit of kit, this. I know that you can get the mountain bike ones, which are fine for off-roading with the bigger wheels and everything. But you saw this when I was down by the canal. It did a fantastic job. It's comfy, the seat's very comfy. It does everything that you would want an electric bike to do, and it actually does more than I anticipated an electric bike to do. And if something's going to do that, that's a win-win. Now you can see the size of the box in comparison to me. It's quite chunky. There's a bit of weight to it, but it's not excessive. And if we just go through some of the specs that are on the front, you can see we've got 25 kilometers per hour maximum speed, which is about 15.5 miles per hour, up to 45 kilometers driving distance. Now, obviously that's dependent on the gradient that you're on, etc, etc. Most important for me on this one, it's not the folding or the alloy frame, it's the fact that it's got front and rear disc brakes. So much safer and easier to use than the normal brakes. Right, let's open it up and see how it comes packaged. A tip from the top is you don't need a knife to open these. You can't obviously pull them apart, but if you turn that around, you've got a longer piece on the back, and if you pull that, it just comes apart and it should just lift out And there we go, that's it. We just need to do a bit of assembly now. So obviously the major part of this is the fact that it comes protected in the box, so we've got to get rid of all that, but at least we won't have any scratches on it or anything. Before I take all the protection off so that it's not scratched, I'm going to fit the seat and I'm going to fit the handlebars. We can do all the rest after that, but I'll just go through what actually comes in the box. So you've got the instructions there. In the box, you've got the charger, left and right pedals, rear light, charging cable, and probably most important, you get this little gadget which has got all your Allen keys on it. You can see all the Allen keys there that you'll need. It's also got, if you have a look there, you've got your screwdrivers, Phillips and straight head, and you've also got some sockets. And if we pull that up, you've also got a spanner with various sizes on there, which is excellent. Right, we're going to pop the handlebars on first. So for that, I'm going to have to take off these zip ties that are holding it in place. Right, now you can see that when you lift the handlebars up, it literally just pops into place there, and then you get this and you just squeeze it, and that's locked. That's locked there now. We'll have a look at it in a bit more depth just to see whether it needs to be secured anymore when I've taken all the packaging off. The seat should be even easier to put on, so we'll just again take these zip ties off just to release it from the frame. There's the seat. We'll just pull that back, pop it in, and temporarily just close that too, and that's held in place. Right, let's get all the protection off it. The tape is just masking tape, so you don't actually need to use a knife if you didn't want to, if you were scared of cutting the frame. You certainly shouldn't get it with any scratches on or anything like that. Okay, that's all the protection off except for the wheel covers. We'll take those off as well. Nice little touch. Right, so the next thing is, let's get the pedals on. Very easy to put pedals on. They are handed, so this is the left-hand one, and it goes on counterclockwise, not clockwise as normal. So you just pop it in, start to spin it, and it will get to a point where, okay, that's tight up against there now, and we should be able to utilize this. Now it looks like it's this one, so just pop it over the top and turn it like so. And that's nice and tight there. Now that's not coming off, and we'll do the same on the other side. So again, get the pedal, right hand. This one again is handed, and this one turns clockwise. And basically the reason for that is it's all about the direction that your foot's going to be pushing it in. Yeah. So again, using this, pop it underneath like that and just tighten it. And there we go, all done, tightened. And we just need to pop this rear light, which is battery powered, onto this stanchion here. And that's just a case of removing these two nuts, popping it in, putting the nuts back on, and then we'll pull that out, which means that the batteries are connected, and that's your on off. So we'll get that done now, and then we can see it finished. That's that out and turn it on. There we go. You'll probably get a better view of that if I put it up towards the camera.